number 200. Remember, they're kind of scattered in order. Men acquire lovers, women share lovers. Again, this falls under the auspices of men will tend to have multiple partners. It's not frowned upon. It's accepted. Most people know that this is part of the game, especially for guys that are more alpha than beta at that point in their lives. And women tend to share high value men. It's not unusual for a girl to know that her guy is seeing other girls and she's okay. She'll be accepting of that in this circumstance with this guy. The thing that has changed, or I think is revealing, and I know Chateau or Royce didn't really talk about this that much, was generally now it's understood or it's assumed, just like where men will run multiple women, if you really get to talking to single girls, they'll tend to have a couple of guys that they meet up with. Bunny always likes to point out, like, once they decide that they really like one guy, they'll tend to narrow it down. But even Bunny and I have known girls that like are seeing like 3 or 4 different guys and having sex with each of them all at one time, and none of them know about each other. But they're also in a casual dating engagement where they don't necessarily need to reveal. It's not morally wrong. It's just most guys only think about themselves. They only think that the girl is talking to them because girls are good at hiding men. So that's what's going on in the background. Girls will tend, but men will be a little bit more open about it, or it's a little bit, or hell, the girls will see the guy out with another girl and it turns them on. Again, jealousy is something that is different in the different genders. With men, jealousy tends to make you angry. They can't think straight. They don't want to talk to the girl anymore. All kinds of negative emotions. And when a girl sees you out with a younger, prettier girl that she knows you're having sex with, it tends to excite her. It tends to give her social proof. It tends to turn her on to the point where, you know, she's like reaching out to you later in the night. Hey, you want to come over? She likes to compete with that girl that you're with right now. Again, so remember, Maxim number 200, men will tend to acquire over time, and volume and abundance tends to show a higher value, whereas with women, they tend to share high value men, and this is a more accepted role. And just know, and the girls every once in a while will pretend or try to use the, hey, you know, girls should be able to see lots of men, guys do it. Why can't? Because that's just the double standard. There's double standards that exist in nature and in our society, and that's the way it is. A double standard. It's just the way it is. If you really want to drill it all the way back down, it's like certainty of paternity. Men can bang a number of women. They know he's the father, but women, they need to know for certain. They can't be sleeping with 3 or 4 or 5 men and get pregnant and not know which person is the father. The certainty of paternity is where this guys, lots of girls, one man, really comes from. And then just know that it's not as restricted now, like with birth control. So that's Maxim 200. Men acquire lovers over time. Women share lovers. If you guys have any questions, be sure to go to YouTube,